Welcome to the Journey of Self. This is your coach Mehnaz Amjad, and in this particular series, my intention is to assist you with awareness and knowledge so that you deal with the challenges of life the right way. Our title of today's podcast session is a technique of creating safe haven. Basically, our session today is a continuation of the previous podcast I had given with the title, What is the Problem? In that, I spoke about association and how if we label a problem, it will help us find a grip and eventually control over a chaotic situation. In our session today, I will explain you this, wherein I teach you a technique of creating a safe haven. Have you ever observed any time we are facing a crisis or a challenging situation, the first thing that gets impacted is our mind, exploding with thoughts of all kinds but mostly negative. Then our emotions and feelings in our body pushing us into a very intense stress mode. We may suddenly feel we have lost our appetite, just don't feel like eating, or you find a churn in your stomach, making you feel uneasy, or a headache for no reason. Sometimes you may also experience a sudden dip in your energy levels. All of this and much more, because each one of us have our own unique way of dealing with stress. As we learn today a technique of creating a safe haven, before I share this, I would like to quote an example from one of the stress management techniques book that I had studied. In that book, the author explains his own fear of heights, and every time when he finds himself standing on a ledge of a tall building, he is already under stress, but since he is afraid of heights, a situation like this can further trigger his stress hormones in the body, putting his body into an intense stressful mode. What the author here advises, bases on his experience, that a strategy he adapted to deal with such situations were to focus on a specific concrete object close in his hand that he could hold on to, which can bring him a sense of calming his racing heart and thoughts. He also goes on explaining that how in various situations in his life where he had to attend a gathering on a sky deck or a skyscraper, he would carry that smooth stone in his hand, which he could rub or squeeze, and suddenly while he's amongst his colleagues and people, instead of feeling or getting triggered by the heights that he has a fear of, it helps him change his attention from fear of falling by holding that small smooth stone he carries all the time whenever he used to go and attend gatherings on a sky deck or a skyscraper, with a thought process in his mind that he is something very close to, something which is solid, earthly, and soothing. Basically, what the experience that he is just narrating explains us the technique which is called creating safe haven within our mind. This is a way of visualizing or using an object to make us feel safe within. Now, since we all are different and our life experiences are different, not necessarily what may work for one person may also work for the other. But creating a safe haven, whichever way you want, will help you not get into that intense stress mode, which is not good both for your mind and body. So the call to action for today for you is there anything you feel brings a sense of calm or safety to you? You can begin by thinking about it, and it will help you create your safe haven. It could be anything, a place in your life where you felt the most safe. It can be when you were a kid, the lap of your mother, or your native home, or your time with your grandparents, or anything else. It can also be a small prayer, an act of worship, or simply closing your eyes and taking deep, long breaths with a visualization that you are in the most safest place on earth where nothing can harm you. Using your visualization and your best memory of feeling safe, mixing the both and creating a safe haven will help you anytime you find yourself in a difficult, challenging situation to simply get into that safe haven mode by getting into that visualization phase, or if you have some kind of a symbol which if you hold can bring you that kind of safety, or a place, or a mix of both. Practicing this will prevent you from getting your body into intense stressful mode, which in a way will act like an armor, your first aid when you find yourself hit by a crisis or a very difficult situation. So this is one of the first things that you could do. And once you kind of calm down and feel relaxed is when you'll have a clarity of mind what to do next. That's all for today, friends. I hope you will be able to identify and create your safe haven. Don't worry on getting it perfect the first time, but try creating one. That's all for today. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.